This is a tutorial in which I'm going to show you a few of the features of REVEL and how we are using it in our class. Right now, the screen is showing what you will find when you've logged on to REVEL. If you're having trouble logging on to REVEL and finding the class, there are some tutorials on the Pearson website that you might want to watch. But for our class, this is what you see when you log on and open up our class and click on assignments. Each week I will post different assignments and note the days that different parts of the assignment are due. But this is what you see right here, and the assignments for this week are in Chapter 2, reading Chapter 2, and these are the sections that I have asked you to read. So what you have over here, if you click on View, that will automatically take you to the first page of the chapter. If you click on Listen to the Audio, there will be an audio recording of everything that is on that page. So you can listen to it while you're reading, or if you want to just listen to it while you're doing something else, or you're in another location or riding in your car and you do happen to have Wi-Fi, you can listen to the audio of the chapter. Over here in this corner, where in the upper right left-hand corner, if you'll click on this, we've got a menu of assignments, and I don't know that you have performance on yours, but highlights and notes, table of contents, glossary, and resources. The assignments simply show exactly what the assignments are for the week, which is we're right back there. Down here in the lower left-hand corner is a calendar, and you click on each tab and it shows which assignments are due on each particular day. So at the beginning of the week I had the introductory portions of this unit in the chapter assigned. Then by the end of the week you will want to read the rest of Chapter 2, and by Saturday you will need to take the quiz on Chapter 2. You can take the quiz anytime, but the deadline is on Saturday, and usually the deadline will be at 11 o'clock p.m., which is right up here. We'll always show you when exactly it is due. As you're reading each assignment, one thing that you will notice is every few pages at the end of each section of portion of the chapter, there will be a quiz that pops up, like this one right here. These quizzes are mostly just to help you with your reading comprehension, to make sure that you have caught all the important points. And these are very low stakes. They're for your benefit more than for mine. I will not be recording these points in the grade book. But if some of you have taken these quizzes, you will see it'll give you a couple of different attempts, and you have more than one opportunity to see if you've gotten the right answer. I recommend taking these quizzes. Very helpful. They're very helpful, and you'll be surprised how much you're retaining or not retaining. But the quizzes at the end of the unit, those are the quizzes that are important, and those are the quizzes that I will be checking the scores and recording in Blackboard in the grade book. So I've gotten past this brief quiz, and it says I haven't finished it, but I can finish it later. It will let me do that. Now I've come to the unit on the Hebrews. Another fortune I want to show you here are highlighting and note-taking, which REVEL will automatically do this for you. So if you're reading this section on the Hebrews and you see something that is important that you think you want to remember. For example, right here, we know them only from the Hebrew Bible, a word that derives from the Greek biblia, which means books, a compilation of hymns, prophecies, and laws transcribed by its authors between 800 and 400 BCE. you can highlight this here. Will automatically highlight, and then it will allow you to add a note. So for example, you want to remember to include this in your discussion post. So you can make a note to yourself and clear that. Then after you've done that, you go over to highlights and notes, and it will show you, these are all the things that I have highlighted. I've highlighted something about the blessing of Inanna anthropomorphism that I wanted to include in the discussion post. The Epic of Gilgamesh, the oldest story ever recorded. And here's what I just highlighted, this portion about the Hebrew Bible, where it came from, and that I want to remember to include this in my discussion post as well. Finally, there is this section right here, table of contents, which will always take you back to the table of contents for the textbook. You've noticed I skipped chapter 1, and there will be other chapters that I skip. Sometimes I will only choose 2 or 3 portions of a chapter that you need to know, that you need to read and know for a test or for the class. But if there's something that I haven't covered and you might have some interest in, you can still access it even if I haven't assigned it. So for example, chapter 1, the rise of culture, the beginnings of culture, rise of agriculture, role of myth in cultural life, sacred sites. You might have an interest in this and want to read it, so go ahead and find out where culture begins and how far back it goes, as early as 30,000 years ago. So you have access to the entire textbook, both online in REVEL and in the hard copy that you should have received when you purchased the REVEL registration. So just because I haven't assigned something, you will still have access to all of it, and that is how you find it. Those are the main functions of REVEL. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to email me, send me a note, let me know that you're having trouble accessing something or understanding how it is working, and I'm happy to answer that. But this is a fabulous way of reading. You can hear it, you can look at it. Oh, one thing I forgot about, I'm going to go back to the assignments. And I'm going to go to the late empires, Persia. This is a beautiful feature of the textbook being online, and this is what distinguishes this from being simply an ebook. This is actually an online website. Here is an interactive section on Persepolis. You click on there and it will give you a little bit of extra information about this, the Palace of Darius and Xerxes in Persepolis, Iran. And say you want to look at you want to see it a little more close up. This, if you click on the plus sign, it will allow you to zoom in, and if you go up here, it will allow you to move the camera around so you can look at different portions of the photograph. This returns it to normal. And you'll find this on almost every picture that's included here. You can zoom in on this obelisk so you can see close up exactly what's on there. You'll find this very interesting and a lot of fun. So that's what I wanted to show you about REVEL today. And as I said, if you have any other questions, please let me know. Also, if there are particular things you like about REVEL or don't like about REVEL, I would like to know. We're one of the first schools to be piloting this new edition of the textbook. And Pearson Publishing is interested in knowing what you think about it, and specifically what you like or don't like about it, because they will change it if it's not working well. So good luck, and enjoy the reading and looking at the pictures.